Good morning, guys. I'm off to the side. Hello. Because I am outside with this smaller board, and I think it's more important for you to see the board than it is to see me. So, welcome to Chapter 10, Grammar. We are going to review 1 and also go through 2 and 3. What I want to make sure that you know is, Caleb, for you today, you will be responsible for 10.1, 10.2, and 10.3. That's what we're going to go over today. Dora, however, all of this is covered in your 10.1 and 10.2. So you are going to be responsible for 10.1 and 10.2. Now, you should have already, both of you, completed 10.1, both the notes portion and the worksheet, and I received both of those from you. So now what we're going to do is review 10.1, review a little bit of 10.2 that we got into, and then finish up 10.2 for Dora and go into 10.3 for Caleb. So just to verify, or clarify rather, 10.1 is already done for worksheets. Caleb, you will turn in 10.2 and 10.3 today. Dora, you will turn in 10.2 today. And then both of you should be able to fill out notes for as far as we've gone today. Okay, now let's get started. Here we go. So first we're going to review what a subject-verb agreement is. Subject-verb agreement means that both the subject and the verb need to agree in number. We talked about singular and plural, and how if we have a singular subject, then our verb needs to be in the singular form. If we have a plural subject, then our verb needs to be in the plural form. We also talked about how the exceptions to that are I and you. We see both of these as plural as far as when we agree the verb to the subject. So for I'm still going to use, although I is singular, a plural verb form. And the same for you, whether I'm talking about you, a singular person, or you, a plural group of people, then we are still going to use the plural form of the verb. One thing we didn't talk about in the previous video is that a verb phrase is a helping verb plus a main verb. And we did go over this a few weeks ago, or the last time we were in grammar, and so this is just a review, that a helping verb helps a main verb to show tense of the actual verb. So we see the example, my mother is making enchiladas tonight. If I'm talking about my mother making enchiladas tonight, I have to use a helping verb. I have to use is as my helping verb because my mother is singular, there's only one of her, and I can't say my mother making enchiladas tonight. That doesn't make sense. I can't say my mother makes enchiladas tonight. I have to say is making to show that perfect future tense. Okay, and I hope that makes sense to you guys. And like I said, when we're looking at this, we're still working on the subject-verb agreement, but our subject and verb will be the subject and the helping verb. So if I said my parents, that is plural, my parents are making enchiladas tonight. So the helping verb is what would be in agreement with our subject. Okay, we also spoke about prepositional phrases. I did not include that on the board today because we did go over that in the previous lesson. And a prepositional phrase shows location or position. And one of our examples was one of the restaurants has a new chef. So obviously one has a new chef. One what? One of the restaurants. So while restaurants is plural, we're still going to use the singular form of the verb because we're talking about one of the restaurants, not all of them. Okay, now we're going to move on to 10.3 for Caleb and 10.2 for Dora. And this is about compound subjects. Compound subjects are always plural. If we are using and, obviously, because our conjunctions that we use most often are and, but, and or. So a compound subject is when two or more subjects share the same verb. When compound subjects are joined by and, they usually take a plural form. So our example on the board is pears, peaches, and grapes taste sweet. You'll notice that our subject or subjects, plural, are being combined by the conjunction and so we have pears, peaches, and grapes taste sweet. And notice that grapes is plural, and so taste is going to be singular. We have more than one subject, so we need, or I'm sorry, plural. Let me start that whole thing over. You'll see that our subjects are plural. We have 3 subjects. That's a compound subject, and so our verb form is also plural. So, pears, peaches, and grapes taste sweet. You'll see, however, that sometimes we use singular subjects joined by or nor. And in that fact, the verb is going to be singular. You'll see that you have in your book, you have the example, neither the book nor the article has photos of slave owners. So it says neither the book nor the article. So we have one book, we have one article. They're not being combined by and. They're not both our, or a compound subject in that there's more than one that we're going to be talking about, but we're actually going to use the singular form because we can say the book does not, has no photos of slave owners, or we can say the article has no photos. Also in Caleb's book, you have the soup, the bread, or the salad is served first. So we have our 3 subjects joined by or, which makes us choose one of the singular subjects. And so in that way, the singular form of the verb is used. Okay, so that is going to be it for today. If you look on your notes, you're going to see milk, cheese, or peas are on sale, or peas, milk, or cheese is on sale. And you'll see how depending on the subject or the order of the subjects, whichever subject is closest to the verb, that is the one it agrees with if our subject is combined by or nor. So when we use and, we are combining, we are joining them together, and so we're going to use the plural form where you have all 3 subjects doing the same thing, or both subjects doing the same thing. But when we have or nor being the word or conjunction that is combining our subjects, we are going to look at the subject closest to the verb, and it will agree with that subject. All right, I hope you guys understand this. If you don't, please look through your book and read the notes on the sides, the connecting writing and grammar, the remember, the writing hints, things like that will help you. And then if you have any questions, obviously you can ask me. I am here and I am around. One other thing that I wanted to talk about is in the packet that you received, Caleb, and that Dora, you will be receiving Monday or Tuesday of next week, we have a new assignment for an independent reading. I have given you the book for that independent reading, and that will start on Wednesday. So when you guys see that, don't worry about getting into that right now. We will go over it on Wednesday. I have sent you an invitation for a Google Meet on Wednesday morning. Let's see if we can get ourselves together there and discuss a couple of things and get ourselves ready. So I'm going to come back into the picture here so I can say, Dora, I hope you have a fantastic trip or are having a fantastic trip. And Caleb, I hope you have a wonderful day. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.